Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.
The week of September 22nd through September 26, 2025, on ABC's General Hospital promises to deliver another round of shocking twists, heartfelt moments, and dangerous confrontations as the residents of Port Charles continue to navigate love, loss, and betrayal. With secrets threatening to explode, old rivalries resurfacing, and unexpected alliances forming, viewers can expect a roller coaster of emotions that will leave them counting down the minutes to each new episode. This stretch of episodes picks up the fallout from recent revelations while laying the groundwork for new stories that will carry through the fall, ensuring that there is never a dull moment for fans of daytime's most unpredictable soap. As the week begins, Anna Devane remains shaken by Nathan's confession after he woke up and revealed information that could change everything she thought she knew about her current investigation. The shocking news leaves her torn between following her instincts as a seasoned WSB agent and protecting the people she loves most. Anna is known for her strength and resilience, but even she struggles when the lines between personal and professional matters blur in such a dangerous way. What Nathan has revealed could not only put lives at risk but may also drag Anna back into a past she thought she had finally escaped. The weight of his words will linger in her mind as she wrestles with whether to share what she has learned or keep it close to the vest until she has more proof. Either way, this revelation sparks a chain reaction that will reverberate throughout Port Charles all week long. Meanwhile, Sonny Corinthos finds himself walking a tightrope as he faces escalating threats from both inside and outside of his organization. The mob boss has weathered countless storms over the years, but recent events have left him vulnerable in ways he never anticipated. Enemies are circling, and even some of his closest allies are beginning to question his decisions. With his family always at the forefront of his mind, Sonny must decide whether to double down on his usual tactics of intimidation and power plays, or whether a softer, more strategic approach is necessary to ensure their safety. His struggle between maintaining control and protecting his loved ones could lead him down a dangerous path, especially as someone unexpected resurfaces to challenge his authority. Viewers can expect tension-filled confrontations as Sonny asserts his dominance while also grappling with his own internal conflicts, making this a pivotal week for one of the show's most iconic characters. Elsewhere, Carly Spencer finds herself caught in the middle of family drama and personal dilemmas that test her patience and resilience. Carly has never been one to back down from a challenge, but the pressures she faces this week will push her in directions she never saw coming. She is forced to reevaluate relationships that once seemed unshakable, and in doing so, she comes to realize that her decisions could have lasting consequences for everyone she cares about. Carly's fiery spirit often lands her in hot water, but it is also what makes her such a formidable presence in Port Charles. As her story unfolds this week, fans will see both her vulnerability and her strength on display, reminding everyone why she remains at the center of so much drama on the canvas. At the same time, tension between Nina Reeves and Willow Corinthos once again threatens to boil over, despite their best efforts at peace for the sake of family. The lingering wounds between them refuse to heal, and the upcoming days will prove whether reconciliation is truly possible or if their relationship is destined to remain fractured. Nina desperately wants to be part of her daughter's life, but her history of mistakes continues to haunt her, making Willow cautious and hesitant to let her guard down. This complicated mother-daughter dynamic will hit new highs and lows this week, leaving fans wondering whether love or resentment will ultimately win out. The emotional confrontations between these two women are sure to provide some of the most gut-wrenching scenes of the week, especially as other family members are pulled into the conflict. Romance also takes center stage for several couples, as love proves just as complicated as crime in Port Charles. Chase and Brooke Lynn find themselves navigating a new phase in their relationship, one that forces them to confront the reality of balancing careers, family expectations, and their own desires for the future. Their love story has always been one filled with ups and downs, but this week, they face choices that could either bring them closer together or drive a wedge between them. Similarly, Dante and Sam are reminded of the fragile nature of happiness as they deal with outside pressures that test their bond. Both couples highlight the challenges of finding stability in a town where secrets and danger lurk around every corner, and their journeys will resonate with fans who have rooted for them from the start. Amid all the personal turmoil, the hospital itself once again becomes a hub of high-stakes drama. Doctors and nurses are forced to deal with medical crises that mirror the chaos happening outside its walls, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Port Charles has always thrived on the delicate balance between life and death scenarios and deeply personal stories, and this week is no exception. Viewers can expect tense scenes in the emergency room, heartfelt moments between patients and staff, and a few shocking developments that will remind everyone that General Hospital remains the beating heart of the community. As Friday approaches, cliffhangers begin to take shape that will leave viewers eagerly anticipating the fallout in the weeks to come. Relationships will be tested, secrets will be revealed, and lives will once again hang in the balance. Whether it's Anna trying to uncover the truth behind Nathan's confession, Sonny fighting to maintain his empire, or Carly struggling with personal upheaval, the week of September 22nd through September 26th, 2025, promises to be one of the most riveting stretches of episodes this year. With the perfect mix of suspense, romance, and family drama, fans are in for a wild ride that only General Hospital can deliver. As the week presses forward, the ripple effects of Nathan's revelation to Anna deepen, and more characters find themselves drawn into the mystery. Anna's instincts tell her that Nathan's confession could hold the key to unraveling a much larger conspiracy, one that could tie back to old adversaries thought long gone. She discreetly reaches out to Valentine Cassadine, hoping to confirm pieces of Nathan's story, but this alliance is risky at best. Valentine, ever the opportunist, is quick to remind Anna that their history is complicated and that trust between them has always been fragile. Their meeting is tense, filled with veiled threats and reluctant admissions, leaving Anna with more questions than answers. Still, she knows she cannot ignore what Nathan has revealed, and the weight of her responsibility to protect her loved ones is almost too much to bear. Anna's story this week highlights her role as both a fierce protector and a woman haunted by the ghosts of her past, and fans will see her vulnerability clash with her unwavering determination. In another part of Port Charles, Jason Morgan finds himself reluctantly pulled back into the dangerous world he had tried to step away from. With Sonny under mounting pressure and enemies taking advantage of perceived weaknesses, Jason feels compelled to stand by his longtime friend and business partner. However, his return to Sonny's side comes with consequences, particularly when it comes to his relationship with Elizabeth Weber. Liz has always struggled with Jason's ties to the mob, and this week, her fears resurface as she watches him become entangled once more in violent conflicts. Their interactions are filled with tension, as Liz pleads with Jason to prioritize safety and family over loyalty to Sonny. Jason, torn between his love for Liz and his unwavering sense of duty, finds himself trapped in a situation with no easy way out. Their dynamic is poised to take a dramatic turn, and fans will be left wondering whether love can withstand the destructive pull of Port Charles's criminal underworld. Meanwhile, Michael Corinthos continues to wrestle with the ever-complicated role of keeping peace within his family. As the son of both Sonny and Carly, Michael has grown accustomed to playing the mediator, but this week the pressures of family loyalty weigh heavily on him. His relationship with Willow is also affected by the ongoing conflict with Nina, as Michael struggles to find the right balance between supporting his wife and allowing her to handle her strained bond with her mother. When Nina makes another emotional plea to be part of Willow and Wiley's lives, Michael's protective instincts flare, threatening to undo the fragile truce that has been holding things together. Tensions rise as he confronts Nina, but the encounter also forces him to confront his own feelings about forgiveness and redemption. This storyline showcases Michael's maturity and his evolution from a troubled young man into a steady, if sometimes conflicted, family figure determined to keep those he loves safe. On the other side of town, Ava Jerome is once again caught in a web of intrigue, as secrets from her past resurface at the worst possible time. Ava has worked hard to carve out a semblance of stability for herself and her daughter, but this week, an unexpected visitor threatens to unravel everything. The encounter forces Ava to confront choices she made long ago, and she realizes that her past sins will always find a way to haunt her. What makes Ava such a compelling character is her complexity. She is both vulnerable and ruthless, a mother who loves fiercely yet is willing to cross lines others would never consider. This week, she must make a difficult decision about whether to protect herself or come clean about something that could destroy her fragile peace. Her scenes are guaranteed to keep viewers guessing, as Ava always walks the line between hero and villain. Elsewhere, Trina Robinson and Spencer Cassadine find themselves navigating yet another test in their young relationship. Despite their deep feelings for each other, circumstances continue to pull them in different directions. This week, Spencer's Cassadine legacy becomes an obstacle once again, as he is forced to choose between family obligations and the life he dreams of building with Trina. For her part, Trina remains supportive, but she cannot help but wonder whether Spencer's devotion to his family's dark history will ultimately overshadow his commitment to her. Their love story is one that fans have followed closely, filled with passion and obstacles, and this week promises to deliver both heartfelt moments and gut-wrenching conflict. Their struggles echo the timeless soap theme of love tested by forces beyond their control, and viewers will undoubtedly be rooting for them even as doubts creep in. In the halls of General Hospital, TJ Ashford and Molly Lansing Davis face their own challenges, as their careers and personal lives intersect in unexpected ways. TJ, dedicated to his work as a doctor, finds himself confronted with a medical case that hits close to home, while Molly is pulled deeper into her work as an attorney. Their demanding careers leave little room for each other, and the cracks in their relationship begin to show. Despite their best intentions, the couple struggles with communication, and their future becomes uncertain as they each grapple with what they want most out of life. Fans who have followed TJ and Molly's journey will see them tested in ways that may change the trajectory of their relationship forever. The week also features lighter moments that balance out the heavy drama, with characters like Maxie Jones and Brooke Lynn Quartermain injecting humor and heart into otherwise tense situations. Maxie finds herself once again trying to juggle motherhood, career, and her tendency to get involved in everyone else's problems. Brooke Lynn, meanwhile, is faced with a personal dilemma that forces her to choose between loyalty to her family and the pursuit of her own dreams. Their friendship provides a much-needed anchor of warmth and relatability, reminding fans that even in a town as chaotic as Port Charles, laughter and love remain essential. As the week heads toward its close, Friday's cliffhanger looms large. A shocking twist leaves the entire canvas reeling, and the fallout is guaranteed to spill over into the following week. Characters who thought they had control will realize just how quickly life in Port Charles can spiral out of hand, and viewers will be left anxiously speculating about what comes next. With betrayals, confrontations, and emotional showdowns dominating the week of September 22nd through September 26th, General Hospital once again proves why it remains one of the most compelling dramas on daytime television. As the week continues to unfold, the tension surrounding Sonny's empire takes center stage once again, as whispers of betrayal ripple through his inner circle. Despite his long history of commanding loyalty and respect, Sonny senses that someone close to him may be feeding information to his rivals. This paranoia gnaws at him, and although he tries to keep his cool, those around him can see the cracks forming. His conversations with Brick and Dex are especially telling, as both men offer guidance but also present Sonny with hard truths he may not want to hear. Dex, who has been steadily proving himself as more than just an enforcer, finds his loyalty tested in ways he never anticipated. While he genuinely wants to protect Sonny, he can't ignore the personal cost of staying in this dangerous world. The bond between Sonny and Dex is layered with tension and trust, and this week, it reaches a boiling point that leaves both men questioning their next moves. At the same time, Carly's path intersects with Sonny's in complicated ways, as she continues to juggle her independence with her deep ties to him and their family. Carly has spent months trying to carve out a new identity for herself, focusing on building her own future rather than constantly cleaning up Sonny's messes. Yet, no matter how hard she tries, she is inevitably pulled back into his orbit. This week, her protective instincts flare when she learns of the potential threats circling Sonny, and while part of her wants to walk away, another part of her knows she can never truly sever the bond they share. Carly's scenes bring forward her vulnerability as well as her strength, reminding viewers why she is such a cornerstone of the show. Her journey is never easy, but her resilience is unmatched, and as she steps into yet another storm, fans will watch her balance heartache and determination in equal measure. Meanwhile, Elizabeth finds herself in an emotionally conflicted state as she deals with Jason's renewed involvement in Sonny's world. Though she loves Jason deeply and values the stability he has brought to her life, Liz cannot ignore the danger that comes with his choices. This week, she confides in Finn, who offers her a compassionate ear but also sparks a complicated emotional reaction. Finn has always had a soft spot for Liz, and their conversations this week subtly reignite questions about unresolved feelings. While Liz insists her commitment is to Jason, her scenes with Finn carry a charge that doesn't go unnoticed. Fans who have long speculated about a possible rekindling of their connection will see the door cracked open, even as Liz insists she is fully devoted to Jason. This love triangle may not explode immediately, but the groundwork is being laid for drama that could play out in surprising ways later in the fall. Elsewhere, Laura Collins once again finds herself taking on the role of peacemaker and protector, as family chaos threatens to spiral out of control. Laura has always been the moral compass of Port Charles, and this week is no exception as she steps in to guide both Spencer and Nicholas. Spencer's struggles with his Cassadine identity come to the forefront, and Laura does her best to help him reconcile the person he wants to be with the family legacy he cannot escape. Meanwhile, Nicholas finds himself in murky waters, making choices that could drag him further down a dangerous path. Laura's attempts to bring both men back from the edge highlight her enduring role as the glue holding her family together. Her scenes remind viewers that even in a town dominated by crime and secrets, the power of love and forgiveness can still shine through. On the romantic front, Sam and Dante face yet another challenge that threatens to disrupt the peace they've worked hard to maintain. Their relationship has been built on trust and mutual respect, but this week, outside pressures begin to chip away at their foundation. A case that Dante is working on collides with Sam's world in unexpected ways, leaving them both questioning whether they can truly keep their professional lives separate from their personal happiness. For Dante, duty to his badge comes first, but Sam is forced to wonder if his choices will put her family at risk. Their story this week underscores the constant struggle of balancing love and responsibility, a theme that resonates deeply with fans invested in their journey. At General Hospital, the medical staff finds themselves facing a crisis that forces them to make quick, life-or-death decisions. A sudden emergency brings characters like TJ, Portia, and Finn into the spotlight, and the tension in the hospital corridors mirrors the chaos happening outside. These scenes highlight the importance of the hospital as not just a backdrop but as a vital center of drama. The staff's dedication to saving lives while also dealing with their personal struggles adds a layer of realism and urgency to the storylines. For fans, these moments offer both heartbreak and hope, as victories are celebrated and losses are mourned, reminding everyone of the fragile line between life and death that defines the hospital's legacy. In the midst of the chaos, Maxie finds herself in a whirlwind of emotions as she tries to keep her family together while also managing professional responsibilities. This week, her interactions with Brooke Lynn provide both levity and heart, as the two women lean on each other in times of uncertainty. Maxie's ability to find humor in difficult situations shines through, but underneath her bubbly exterior, she struggles with fears about the future. Brooke Lynn, meanwhile, finds herself in a vulnerable position as she debates whether to pursue a bold career opportunity that could change everything. Their friendship is a bright spot in the otherwise heavy atmosphere of the week, offering viewers a reminder of the enduring bonds of family and friendship in Port Charles. As the days wind down, the storylines begin weaving toward a major cliffhanger that promises to shake the town to its core. A shocking betrayal is set to come to light, one that will leave multiple characters blindsided and set off a chain reaction of fallout. Secrets that have been carefully guarded are on the verge of exposure, and when the truth finally comes out, it will ripple through relationships, families, and alliances. By Friday, viewers will be left on the edge of their seats, desperate to see how the characters they love, or love to hate, will pick up the pieces in the aftermath. As the week builds toward its conclusion, the threads of multiple storylines converge, setting the stage for explosive moments that will carry into the next chapter of General Hospital. Anna's pursuit of the truth after Nathan's shocking confession remains at the center of much of the action. The pieces of the puzzle she gathers over the week begin to point toward a hidden adversary who may have been pulling strings in Port Charles for longer than anyone suspected. Though she is determined to follow the trail wherever it leads, Anna also realizes that she cannot fight this battle alone. Her decision to confide in Robert Scorpio provides some relief, yet it also sparks tension, as Robert questions her willingness to involve herself in such a dangerous game without sufficient backup. Their exchanges highlight the enduring bond between them, built on trust, history, and shared scars, while also setting up the possibility that their partnership will once again be tested by forces determined to see them fail. Meanwhile, Sonny faces the harsh reality that his empire is under greater threat than he realized. A betrayal from within his circle becomes increasingly likely, and by week's end, Sonny is confronted with a chilling piece of evidence that suggests someone close to him has been feeding his rivals information. The confrontation that follows is intense, emotional, and potentially life-altering, as Sonny's trust is shattered in a way that may not be easily repaired. Fans will see a darker side of Sonny emerge as he grapples with how to respond, whether with cold vengeance or with the restraint that his family pleads for him to exercise. The stakes are as high as ever, and the fallout from this betrayal is certain to reverberate throughout Port Charles well beyond this week. On the personal side, Carly's storyline takes an emotional turn as she reevaluates her priorities in the wake of Sonny's escalating crisis. Though she has spent much of the past year forging her own path, the events of this week remind her that she is forever tied to Sonny and his world, whether she likes it or not. A particularly heartfelt scene shows Carly opening up to Jocelyn, reflecting on the sacrifices she has made and the lessons she hopes her daughter will learn from her mistakes. Joss, ever the voice of independence, challenges Carly to break the cycle of destructive loyalty to Sunny, creating a poignant generational moment that underscores the challenges of balancing love, family, and self-respect. These scenes resonate deeply, as they showcase the legacy of choices passed down from parent to child, a recurring theme that General Hospital has always excelled at exploring. Elizabeth, Jason, and Finn's emotional triangle simmers throughout the latter part of the week, as subtle but undeniable tensions rise to the surface. Liz tries to reassure Jason of her commitment, but the weight of his choices continues to cast a shadow over their relationship. Meanwhile, Finn's support provides her with comfort that she cannot easily dismiss. By Friday, viewers are left questioning whether Liz's heart is truly settled or if unresolved feelings will eventually come between her and Jason. This slow-burn storyline builds suspense for the weeks ahead, and longtime fans will be especially invested in seeing how it plays out, given the complex history between all three characters. Elsewhere, Spencer and Trina's romance faces yet another test, as Spencer's ties to the Cassidy name pull him into conflict with his own desires for the future. Laura's advice lingers in his mind, but when a shocking family revelation emerges, Spencer is forced to make a choice that could either solidify his bond with Trina or drive her away. Trina, for her part, remains steadfast in her love for him, but her patience is not infinite. Their scenes this week are filled with both passion and heartbreak, capturing the intensity of young love complicated by legacy, duty, and the ever-present weight of family history. For fans, this storyline remains one of the most emotionally gripping, as it embodies the classic push and pull of romance in the soap world. Back at the hospital, TJ and Molly's relationship continues to show cracks as their demanding careers threaten to pull them apart. An emotional confrontation between them reveals just how deeply their frustrations run, and for the first time, they openly question whether their paths are still aligned. While both are dedicated to their professions and to each other, the sacrifices required of them begin to feel overwhelming. Their struggle this week highlights a universal theme: whether love can withstand the pressures of ambition and the passage of time, and leaves viewers wondering if they can find their way back to common ground or if their relationship is destined to unravel. In a lighter yet still meaningful storyline, Maxie and Brooke Lynn continue to provide levity amid the chaos. Their friendship deepens as they share candid conversations about love, career, and motherhood. For Brooke Lynn, the decision about pursuing a new career opportunity weighs heavily, and Maxie encourages her to follow her heart while also reminding her of the importance of balance. Their scenes provide warmth, humor, and a reminder that friendships often serve as lifelines when romantic and family relationships grow complicated. These moments may not carry the same high stakes as mob wars or shocking betrayals, but they resonate because they reflect the day-to-day challenges and joys that make the characters relatable to viewers. As Friday's episode approaches, the show ramps up the suspense with a series of rapid developments that push multiple characters to their breaking points. A long-guarded secret finally comes to light, blindsiding several key figures and setting off a domino effect of fallout that will dominate storylines in the weeks ahead. Simultaneously, a life-threatening medical crisis at the hospital forces doctors to make an impossible choice, while across town, a betrayal in Sunny's world triggers an explosive confrontation that threatens to change everything. The closing moments of the week leave viewers on edge, as cliffhangers hit from all directions: romantic, familial, and criminal, ensuring that no one in Port Charles escapes unscathed. By the time the week of September 22nd through September 26th, 2025, comes to an end, the lives of Port Charles's residents are more entangled than ever. Anna's pursuit of justice, Sunny's fight to protect his empire, Carly's struggle to redefine herself, Liz's conflicted heart, and the challenges faced by Spencer, Trina, TJ, and Molly all remind fans why General Hospital remains such a powerhouse of daytime drama. With its signature blend of romance, suspense, heartbreak, and hope, the show delivers another unforgettable week that will leave fans eagerly awaiting what comes next.